Hello you guys, how is everyone? I hope you guys are doing well. How are we? Long time no see. I haven't felt like doing tarot in so long. Guys, I'm just wondering, can you hear the music? I'm not too sure why, but I can't hear the music. And I was just trying to figure it out and I can't figure out why. Let me know if you can hear it or not. If not, then we're just gonna have to say bugger it and not have music tonight. But yeah, I don't know why. Very odd. I can't even hear like YouTube or anything either. Oh. Can you guys hear it now? I hear it now. Hold on. Okay, you guys should be able to hear it now. There we go. Okay, cool. How is everyone? Hope you guys are doing well. Good to be back. I'm not sure how long I'm going to be streaming tonight for, but I thought I would jump on. I'm feeling in the mood to do some tarot, so if you guys want readings, let me know. I just jumped out the shower. It's still super hot in the UK. Really hot. It's like super humid. That's why I haven't been streaming the last like few days. It's just been way too hot. Of course, I pull the fire card as soon as I say that. It's like, welcome back. I literally haven't used my tarot deck in so long. It's been like weeks. I've been taking some well-needed time off, for sure. But it's good to be back. We'll see who turns up. Cassidy, thank you for the follow. I appreciate that. I didn't realize how loud my alerts were. Jesus Christ. I never had my headphones in. Must be able to turn it down, right? I think it's on the dashboard. Which is there. I am good. How are you? Good to see you. What the hell is this stupid thing? Guys, you have to excuse me. Literally my first time streaming properly in like way over a month. And I'm just like, well, why is nothing working? It's so weird. Like literally I haven't touched anything when it comes to streaming, but then suddenly there's just like issues. Is it widget? No, alert box isn't it? Yeah. I have no idea how to turn down the sound. Oh well. Maybe it is widgets. Maybe. Okay, I'll have to mess with this off stream. If I remember. Which I'm probably not going to remember. Settings? Is it under settings? You'd think it would be. I've got no idea. Hello, Irene. How are you, my love? Good to see you. Yes, it has been a while. It's been like, I think it's been like a month since I've done tarot. I'm doing good. How are you? I'm actually like doing genuinely well. I took some much needed time off and I've been looking after myself a lot, and I've been taking a lot of my own advice for once, which I don't want to get into it, but you guys know how difficult it is for tarot readers to actually look after themselves. I literally cannot find the setting to turn down the sound of the follow alert. Oh, I found it. Derp. Okay, there we go. Turn that down a bit. There we go. For once, I've actually got my headphones in, which I never do. The music's pretty chill. Yeah, I've just been looking after myself. Just basically ignoring the world pretty much and just doing what I want to do and just relaxing really. And it's been much needed and I've really enjoyed it and I'm feeling much better. My mental health is under a lot better management now. It's not perfect by any means, but it's definitely getting there. It's much better than what I was, say like a few weeks ago. So yeah, I'm doing good. But it's so funny because I just needed time. I just needed time to rest. That's literally what I needed. So yeah, definitely. How are you, Irene? It's good to see you, my love. Recovering from the flu. That sucks. That really sucks. But yeah, I hope you are doing well as well. And it's so lovely to see you. I thought I would jump on tonight and actually do some tarot because I haven't done tarot in like a month. I literally have not felt like streaming at all. But yeah, I'm feeling much better. I'm feeling much better. And tonight is actually the first night where I'm like, what the fuck is that in my water? Oh, you guys, there's something in my water. Hold on, I'm gonna have to go and empty my mug. Hold on, 1 second. 1 second. Goddamn summer. I swear to God, all the bugs come out and then the bugs are bloody everywhere. But yeah, there was a bug. I don't even know what it was. There was something in there. I was not going to drink it. But yeah, feeling much better. Actually felt like doing tarot tonight. So if you guys want readings, you know what to do. Hopefully you remember what to do. Exclamation point join to jump in the queue if you want to read it. So yeah. I am doing very well, Jasmine. How are you, my love? Good to see you. I'm doing very well. Yeah, I'm doing great. Thanks for asking. I'm just going to relax tonight. I'm just going to, you know, take it easy. Good to see you guys here. Thank you so much for jumping into the stream. I do really appreciate it. It's always very, very daunting to come back when you've not been streaming for so long. Because you're like, oh my God, I haven't done it in so long. What's it going to be like? Is anyone even going to come to the stream anymore? Because like routine is key. But yeah, I appreciate you guys being here because it's been a while. I just needed to take time and look after myself. I really needed to look after myself. I didn't realize how much, you know, self-care that I needed. Yeah, but I am doing much better. And honestly, I've been doing a lot of TikTok. If you guys don't follow me on TikTok, then you probably haven't seen me in like a month. But yeah, I've been doing a lot of TikToks. Just like random shit, which I just see on TikTok and like that just pops into my head. And I've been really enjoying TikTok. Because, you know, I never class myself. Thank you so much, Winter. I never class myself as like a creative person. Which is rubbish because I am a creative person. It just kind of comes out in a weird way. But TikTok has really been really helped me to kind of like, you know, kind of get something creative out there. And because I love to be on a public platform, this sounds so weird, but I love to be seen and I love people to see like what I have to offer in terms of like my content, whether it's like, you know, kind of just throwaway TikToks, things that make you laugh for like 2 minutes or whatever. That's a bit of an exaggeration for TikTok, but you know what I mean. Or it's my streams and my tarot readings and whatever. I love to put myself out there and give you guys what I have to offer. So yeah, TikTok has been a great help actually while I've not been streaming. So yeah, if you don't follow me on TikTok, do follow me on TikTok. Hello Zaya, it's good to see you, my love. How are you, my love? And I was meaning to message you, Zaya. I completely forgot. But I just want to say thank you for dropping me a message and actually checking up on me without me messaging you first. You were the only person, Zaya, that actually messaged me to ask me how I was without me like messaging you first, and I actually was reflecting on that and it meant a lot, so thank you so much. I really appreciate that. Hi Lucas, how are you? Good to see you. You don't go on TikTok much? Yeah, I try not to go on TikTok because I will just spend my whole time on there. But yeah, Zaya, thank you so much, my love. I really do appreciate it. But don't forget, you guys, if you have forgotten since the last time I was here, I do have my coffee site. And just to kind of let everyone know, especially the new people in the chat today, how we work here. Readings are free. Followers get 3 cards per readings. And my lovely coffee subscribers, they get all the benefits that they are entitled to, such as extended readings, my monthly astrology newsletter, which I personally write, and also if you're one of my Mars members, you get a private live stream with me every month, which is basically a private astrology reading with me every month, where we look into your birth chart and I will tell you exactly, well, not exactly, because you know it's a what's the word? I literally was talking about this earlier on today. Prediction. It's a prediction. So yeah, I look at your chart and I predict what's going to be happening with you within the next month. But it's like scarily accurate. I work with 2 of my clients on a monthly basis. And every month it's scarily accurate how my astrology readings like come to fruition, because we always like recap on how the last month was. So for example, at the beginning of August, I will talk to them guys and I'll be like, how was July? And we'll like reflect upon like last month's reading, and it's scarily accurate. It's crazy. So yeah, go and check out my coffee if you're interested in that stuff, guys. Even if it's just to kind of get the extra cards for the readings. And yeah, oh no, Zaya, I will always appreciate someone checking in on me. It's super sweet. I really appreciate it. I really appreciate it. I was actually thinking recently, maybe it's just because I've been like all up in my feels of like, you know, kind of self-caring myself, seeing who's there for me. But I just like thought about like a lot of different relationships, mainly relationships that I don't have anymore in my life. And I was just thinking to myself, I'm just like, I don't remember the last time anyone actually reached out to me to ask me how I was. I always feel like I'm the person that reaches out and like checks in on people, but no one ever does it to me. So your message was amazing, because your message really let me reflect on that, and I was like, wow, Zaya is so special. Hi Lightseeker, how are you? Good to see you, my lovely. You guys, you know me. Also, can I just, not me like flexing, but can I just like show you my little guns? Not that I have guns, but you know, my little guns with my sleeveless top. Jasmine's gonna laugh. Jasmine, I'm a fuckboy now apparently, because I live in sleeveless tops. So there we go. Yeah. I literally recently just discovered sleeveless tops, and I literally can't get out of them. So here we are. I'm a fuckboy now, apparently. Well, I'm good. I'm glad that I'm not the only one who thinks about that, Zaya. I'm doing really well, Lightseeker. Thank you for asking. Yes, exactly, Zaya, exactly. I love that. And I think I need to be more ruthless, actually. I think you've got the right idea. I think I need to be more ruthless. You want me to throw hands? No, no one call me a fuckboy. I'm calling myself a fuckboy because fuckboys always wear all these tangles. I don't know. Maybe I'm being like delusional, you guys. Maybe Neptune in my chart is somewhere. But I'm just like, oh my god, why do I look so buff on camera? I'm really not. Hello, Cozy. Good to see you. Thank you, Zaya. I appreciate that. I really do enjoy them. I literally got them for my holiday. I don't know if I told you this, by the way, guys, but I'm going on a holiday to Thailand in November. Villain era, hell yeah. I'm going on holiday to Thailand in November, and I literally got some like tank tops to go on holiday with, but I literally have just been wearing them non-stop since. So yeah. I just want to let you guys know, by the way, before we get into readings. I don't know how many readings I'm going to be able to do tonight. I'll try my best. Excuse me, I just ate dinner. But I'll try and get through as many as I can. Please be kind. It's my first session back after like a month, so yeah. But as I was saying, I need to show you guys. I need to show you guys something, guys. I literally got new crystals. I got new crystals. For anyone who doesn't know, Cozy's gonna hate me because I'm gonna be showing off the crystals again. I know, Irene, I know. I'm already like looking for new ones. Don't even worry about it. Have you seen my crystals? No, I haven't. So I got new crystals, you guys. Just as an FYI, for anyone who doesn't know, I do also have crystals for sale as well. I sell crystals. If you're interested in buying crystals off me, please do hit me up on Discord, and we can discuss over there. I do have some of my crystals up on my shop, but I don't think I have a command for my shop on Twitch. I'm not sure. And I definitely don't have like most of them up there because I'm just really bad. But I got a new shipment of crystals in. So I'm just going to run through them just so you guys can see them. If you are interested in any of them, please do hit me up on Discord. I'm planning on doing a post office run this weekend. So if you do hit me up, do it sooner rather than later so I can ship them off on the weekend for you. So you'll get them quicker. They're very cheap, by the way, as well. If you guys have never inquired about them, they're super cheap. I buy them in bulk so I can sell them to you guys cheaply. So let me know if you're looking for crystals. I do have like way more than what I'm about to show you guys. These are just the new shipments. So I got some, that is super sharp. I got some mini, they're not mini, they're kind of like small rose quartz towers. So they're kind of like finger size, and then I have like a mini one, as you can see. This one's kind of small. So I got some rose quartz towers. I got some really, really cute. I don't really buy carvings, but these are gorgeous, so I had to buy them. This is gonna be really awkward. Maybe I'll show on the camera. I got some really, really gorgeous. I got some really gorgeous aquamarine hearts. These are so beautiful. So like if you're into tumblestones, I'm not really into tumblestones, but if you are, these ones are basically tumblestones, but they're heart shaped and they're really gorgeous. I got this, what material is this? I forgot. Carnelian, it's carnelian. Carnelian bracelet. What is this song? I don't even know what this is. I can't deal with this song. Let me switch it. It was like some Christmas shit. This is, oh my god, this one is amazing, you guys. I don't know how good this is going to show up on camera, but it's absolutely beautiful in real life. This is an Aura Blue Celestite Sapphire. It's gorgeous. So you guys know I'm a massive fan of Blue Celestite. It allows you to connect with your spirit guides, angels, and also it gives you like super vivid dreams as well. This is the crystal that I use for meditation all the time. But this is actually Aura Blue Celestite. And basically what the difference is, it's kind of got like a little rainbow shine on it, which is not coming up on camera. But it's gorgeous. It's so cute. I love it. Check out my Discord if you want more in detail pictures, or you can just drop me a message and I can send you some more pictures. I got some blue sodalite spheres. Where's the camera? There it is. Blue sodalite spheres. This one's a smaller one. This one's a bigger one. Druzy carnelian sphere. As you can see, this one has like a hole in there. It's called a druzy. It's a natural formation. And this one actually isn't sparkly, but normally druzys are sparkly. But it's like a natural kind of formation in the crystal. So it has like a lighter side and a darker side. Very caramelly. Reminds me of coffee when you like add milk to your coffee. What else did I get? What else did I get? Oh yeah. This is an aura. So again, it's like covered in rainbow, which I don't know if you, oh, you guys can see there. Can you see the rainbow? It's like all the way around. This is an aura howlite tower. So it looks like marble, but it's like covered in rainbow. It's gorgeous. Trying to get the rainbow to appear, but it's not working on camera. I know, Jasmine. I was blown away. Seriously. This one is gorgeous. This is orange calcite. I'm trying to get the light from the window to come over. This is an orange calcite sphere. Amazing. And it has like a banding around it as well. Super beautiful. It's really big as well. As you can see, it's like a Pokeball size. It's super beautiful. And then these ones, I'm trying to remember what these ones are called. I have crystals in here which are very similar. I always get confused. This is, I think these are called leopardite crystals. Hi Crunchy, how are you? Crunchy Moogle. Good King Moogle, good King Mog. So these are called leopardite crystals. I think I'm pronouncing that wrong. So they're like a dark pinky purpley color. It reminds me a lot of pink tourmaline. And then I have a kunzite. There's a sticker on this one still. I have a kunzite tower, which is lighter pink or purple. As you can see, it's slightly lighter. So yeah, this one is super cute, and this is like an average size tower. So yeah, guys, all of these are for sale. If you're interested, they're super cheap. If you're interested in them, please do hit me up on Discord. They are for sale. And I have a load of more crystals as well than just the ones I just showed you. So if you're interested in crystals and you want to purchase some, let me know. They're super cheap. And yeah, they're for sale. I need to show you another one that I actually got, but this one kind of is for sale. I just haven't really advertised it because I bought it for me. But yeah, let me go and grab it. So I got this one for me. I bought it and it is for sale. If you guys are interested, I will sell it to you, but I will sell it to you reluctantly because I just love it so much. Back in the office, I need some for my desk. Yes, exactly, Jasmine. That'll be amazing. Can I buy your tank top? That seems some sort of like weird. Oh, do expect me to keep flexing like this, guys. Is that some sort of like weird used underwear thing, Irene? I don't know, but I can sell you my tank top. Yes, I can. I will sell you it. So guys, I got this one for me, but it is for sale. If you're interested, hit me. Used, exactly. If you're interested, do hit me up and I will sell it to you if you're interested. This is a pink amethyst tower and look how massive it is. Hi Raccoon, how are you? This is a pink amethyst tower, okay, and it is, I don't know if the camera is picking it up, but it is sparkly all the way around. I don't think it's showing up, but it's sparkly all the way around, and as you can see around the top there is a ton of sparkly druzies. And there is also sparkly druses on the bottom. And I really like this, but it has a very odd base. Like, it has like a chunk missing, but like it's just been made like that. And then there's like a tiny bit of like green on the bottom. Is that green? No, it has like some black on the bottom, but then there's also like some green here as well. But as you can see, it's literally beautiful. This is my baby. But as I said, if you're interested, I will sell it. I actually have this one on display in my home where the others are in a box. So yeah, this is my baby, but I will sell it if you're interested. So this is pink amethyst, you guys. And as you can see, it's pretty big. It's, you know, it's pretty large. So yeah, if you guys are interested in crystals, as I said, they're super cheap. Do hit me up on Discord and we can discuss them. I can send you more pictures, etc, etc. If you're looking for crystals, but you're not too sure like what type of crystal you might want, then we can also discuss that as well. And I can, because all crystals have like different healing properties, and I can help you with that. I literally said to my boyfriend, Winter, if anyone comes into my house and tries to like, I don't know, fucking rob my house, I'm literally gonna run to my crystal and stab them in the face. So yeah, you know, you guys know we don't have guns in the UK, but I have a fucking crystal. So yeah. I'll stab a bitch with my crystal right in the eye. So yeah, those are the crystals, you guys. They're all for sale. If you're interested, do hit me up. And as I said, I do have a lot more for sale as well. I just haven't shown them here today. Those were just like the new ones that I've got in. Doing pretty all right in the moment, fine, but at the same time hurting and healing. Oh no, please, Raccoon, I literally can't express this enough. Please take all the time that you need to look after yourself. This is literally my first stream back after like a month of being off, because I've been doing some intense self-care. And as you can see, I don't know, maybe you guys can notice, I'm not sure, my energy is like completely different to what it was when I was streaming like a month ago, because I was in dire need of some self-care. I really was. And it's so good to be back as well. Oh, thanks, Moogle. I literally love your name. So amazing. Okay, you guys, so as I was saying, I'm going to jump into readings now. Followers of the channel get 3 cards per reading, and my coffee members, so my subscription members, they get 6 cards per reading, sorry, along with any other benefits that they get. And yeah, I just wanna like shout this out as well, guys. I am an astrologer as well as a tarot reader and a psychic. So if you don't want a tarot reading from me, I am more than happy to give you a little astrology reading. So you just need to make me aware of that when it's your time for your reading. But yeah, I haven't done an astrology reading on stream in so long, because I don't think people realize that I do astrology readings as well. So if you do want an astrology reading, just let me know when I call you. Okay, guys? Can you have a bit of my energy? No, it's all mine, Irene. You know I need it. You know I need it. Okay, the lovely Miss Jasmine Paris is up first. How can I help, my love? What can I do to you? What can I do to you? Oh, girl. What can I do for you? Is there anything your spirit guides need you to know? There absolutely is. You haven't been able to feel them for a while. It's because we're in a spiritual war right now, Jasmine. It's totally normal. It's hard for me to say, because I've actually pretty much kind of like, not abandoned, but I've definitely put kind of like spirituality to the side a little bit recently, because I've been focusing on myself, and I've kind of like abandoned my guides. But I will be getting like, you know, back with them and talking with them and whatever. And I do check in with them as well. But the reason why we're not feeling our guides right now, Jasmine, is because there's a spiritual war happening. That's why. Hi, Anna. How are you, my love? So for anyone who's also in the similar situation to Jasmine and I, the reason why you're not feeling your guides is because there's a spiritual war happening. And I got a download. I'm trying to remember when it was. It was like, I think it was like the end of last year. I went through a period where I really did not feel my guides at all. Normally I see my guides, and like at the moment I can still feel them and whatever, but there was a period in my life last year, I think it was, where I literally could not feel them at all. And I got a very quick download, and it was almost like, you know when you like watch like an action movie and like the hero or the sidekick like sends someone like an urgent message for like help, and it's kind of like staticky and whatever. It was literally like that. And it was like, they said something like, everything's okay, we're just dealing with something basically. And it's the spiritual war that's happening right now. So don't be alarmed if your spirit guides are like not acting, well, not acting, but you know, if they're kind of like more distant than usual, it's the spiritual war. They're dealing with shit right now in the astral realm. You've been studying magic tricks and looked up the history of cards, and it turns out they were all originally tarot cards. Just nice. That's awesome. That's awesome. Hi DJ, how are you? Good to see you. Alright, because Jasmine is a Venus tier member on my coffee, she gets 6 tarot cards and 2 oracle cards. Oh no, that's fine. I don't have my tarot cards on a command, but if you type in ! oracle, it'll actually show all of the oracle cards I own. Alright, you guys, let's see if I still got my knack. So just to let everyone know, oracle cards are for coffee members only, but I can read tarot for followers. So we're starting off with the 7 of Swords, the Page of Swords, and the Emperor card. The Fool. The Knight of Cups, and the 5 of Coins. Okay. Dark Mirror is super cool. So Jasmine, I'm seeing 2 things. First of all, I'll start off with the positive. I'm seeing a lot of inspiration and a lot of energy. I'm going to say a lot of energy, a lot of energetic energy. I know that sounds really weird, but what I'm seeing you as like a Duracell bunny. I hope that makes sense. It should do because you're English. I'm seeing you as the Duracell bunny, like literally like jumping around everywhere, like running around, sprinting, wanting to do everything. And like you've got so many ideas running around, and you're so adventurous. You're so kind of like, you're very childlike at the moment, Jasmine. And I don't say that in a horrible way. You know when like children get really excited and they're just like, you know the meme, not meme, you know the gif of the girl, I think she's wearing like a yellow coat. She's in like a football stadium or something, and she's like eating like blue candy floss, I think. And she's like, I think you know what I'm talking about. That's literally you right now, Jasmine. Like you're so freaking excited about literally everything, and you want to do everything, and you just want to get your hands in everything. And I'm picking up as well, just from like my talking, I'm picking up on as well, there's a lot of like tactileness with your energy. I'm not sure if the things you want to do are like more kind of like hands-on stuff like DIY or like crafts or things like that, but I'm seeing you wanting to like touch everything. I don't know what that means, but what I am seeing is I'm seeing a ton of blockages. I'm seeing pretty much, I'm not gonna say everything, but I'm seeing a lot of things in your like peripheral in your life, just outside of your kind of like aura. I'm seeing a lot of things blocking your creativity and blocking you from doing things. It's a little bit concerning. Authority is something that I'm picking up on. authority figures or like rules or regulations which are stopping you. And I'm also seeing finances from stopping you as well. This is a real shame because what I'm seeing here is someone who is super unchained creatively, but their environment or the things happening around them is super stifling them. Hello, Beetle. How are you? I hope you're doing well, my love. See you, Anna. But yeah, I'm seeing a lot of like inspiration, a lot of kind of like go get 'em. But I'm seeing also like there's like a blockage from stopping you from doing that. It's definitely not like a metaphysical blockage or like a mental blockage. It's a physical blockage. There's something physically in your life which is stopping you from doing things. The energy, it feels like I want to say boss, but it might not be like a boss like at work or whatever, but it feels like a boss energy, or it feels like an energy of someone who's like higher up in the food chain than you, saying like, no, you can't do that. You can't do that. Like I see you wanting to do something a different way, doing it in a more kind of like unique and more inspired way. Uranus just pops into my head, which is rebellion and inspiration. But I'm seeing you wanting to do something in a more inspired way and a more kind of like original way. But then whoever is like higher up in the food chain for you is like, no, you can't do that. Like, it's not efficient. It's not efficient. You can't do that. Thank you, Moogle. I literally love my stream setup. I love it. It's inspired by K-pop. I love it. Me too, Beetle. Don't even worry about it. It's fine. Do not worry about it. This is, sorry to kind of like distract from your reading, Jasmine. Excuse me. But I was actually picking up on this. I just ate dinner, guys. Hold on. I was picking up on this, Jasmine, when I was about to read you. I feel like what I'm about to say is going to resonate with you as well, Jasmine. So for those of you who don't know, who don't follow astrology, we're actually in Cancer season right now. And Cancer is a water sign ruled by emotions. And when the sun is in a sign or a house, the sun emphasizes that energy. So because it's in the sign of Cancer, we are very driven by emotions right now. So that can be a blessing and a curse because it's very much using your heart and not your head. But it's also, it can be very like physically emotional. So as I was saying to Jasmine, hyper, ecstatic, happy, eccentric, etc, etc. But then on the flip side, it can be like depression, sadness, anger, low vibes, laziness, etc, etc. Because you have to remember as well, guys, Cancer is ruled by the moon, which represents the physical body. So it could be the fact that with the sun being in the sign of Cancer right now, we are like eating our feelings, we're, you know, kind of purging emotions, like getting our emotions out of us, whether that be happiness, excitement, crying, etc, etc. But also Cancer is the fourth natural sign of the zodiac. And for anyone who is into astrology or reads my newsletter on the monthly, you'll know that the fourth house is the house of home and family. And so Cancer is a very homey sign as well. Fun fact, it's also the most abandoned sign. Often if you have something significant in the sign of Cancer in your chart, you were probably abandoned by your like family or parents or etc. And I'm not talking about like your parents or whoever like literally abandoning you like at the side of the road. It could also mean that the fact that you had to step up as kind of like the adult or parent figure in your family because of the absence of your parents. So for example, I'm a Cancer rising, and I actually was my parents worked a lot when I was younger. And I was always like with babysitters, and then at a very kind of like young teen age, I like looked after my younger brother, home alone. So it's very much kind of like the abandoned sign. It's the fourth sign of the natural wheel of the zodiac. The fourth house represents family and home, and it's a very abandoned sign, whether that be physically abandoned by guardians or family or parents, or it could be the fact that you needed to step up as a young person. You're the parent of the immediate family, exactly, yeah. Cassidy's a Cancer rising. Love my Cancer rising people. Fun tip for any Cancer risings out there, please look after yourself. Cancer risings, oh my god, I'm a Cancer rising, and this is literally what I've been going through the last month. Cancer risings are fucking terrible at looking after themselves on an emotional level, but they are amazing at looking after other people. Cancer risings will often abandon the needs of their own to look after the needs of others. And it sounds very kind of like selfless, but it can be super dangerous. Yes, it could be emotional neglect as well. Zaya's spot on. Zaya's been snacking a lot lately. I'm not surprised. I'm not surprised. Yes, exactly, Beetle. You're spot on. Yeah, that's very yikes. That's very yikes. With the moon being in its home sign of Cancer as well, and with the sign of with the planet of Venus there, super driven by emotions. It's difficult to say without seeing the chart, because I would have to see the sector of the chart to see if Venus or Mars was the most benefic or benevolent planet. But that person is super driven by emotions. I'm going out on a limb here as well. Cancer, Moon, Venus, and Mars sounds like a little bit of a bitch boy to me. A little bit of a pussy boy. Kind of like a childish, very whiny. Does it go for Cancer Moons as well? I'm not too sure what you're referring to, Cozy. But yes, everything that I was saying. Anyway, Jasmine, if you could let me know what oracle cards you'd like me to pull for you, then I will absolutely do that for you, my love. So 2 oracle cards. They can be from the same deck, or you can choose different decks. I don't mind. He talked, but no action. Yeah, no follow through. So Cancer, Moon, Venus, and Mars. So that's actually really interesting, Zaya, because I would really love to see where his Mercury was in his chart, and also I'd like to see where his aspects were to Mercury as well. I would probably say like so this is just me kind of like putting out like a hypothetical chart here. If he had like maybe trines from Mercury, Moon, and Venus, but didn't have any aspects to Mars, then that is total all talk, no follow through, because Mars is the planet of action. So if there's no aspects there, there's no follow through. You don't know his houses and aspects yet. It's difficult to say. When you don't know someone's houses or aspect, it's very difficult. This is why I always say, you guys, astrology, and hopefully I've kind of proven this in the last like 5 minutes I've been kind of going on a little spiel. Astrology is super complex. People think astrology is so simple and like very throwaway, but honestly, people really have no idea about anything about astrology. It's super complex. It's really, really complex. And if you don't know someone's houses and aspects, there's like only so much you can say. I don't know the time of birth for my boyfriend, so I only know his sun and moon sign, and that's all I know about him. Oh god, yeah, if you're just judging someone on their sun sign, you're a moron, honestly. I'm sorry, but you're just a moron. Like, of course, like, actually that, I'm gonna retract that statement. Because, you know, if someone says like, I'm a Gemini sun, I can I can like say, oh, you're like this, you're like this, you're like this, you're like this. But the thing is that I can say a lot of things about Gemini, but not all of those might not resonate. So when you guys read like horoscopes, for example, and you're like, that doesn't resonate with me, or if you like Google what characteristics does Scorpio have, you're like, well, I'm not that, but I'm this, I'm this, I'm this. Like if you like half agree, half don't agree, that makes sense, because you're not just your sun sign. In my opinion, your sun sign is actually your least important sign. So yeah. And also, just a fun fact as well, if you're reading your horoscope, you should always read for your rising sign. You should never read for your sun sign. It is almost impossible for an astrologer to make predictions based on the sun sign, because when I write my horoscopes every month, my astrology newsletter, I always write for the rising sign. And the reason why I do that is because everybody with the same rising sign has the same house structure if you use whole sign houses. So for example, Cassidy, I'm hoping Cassidy's still here, because Cassidy and I are both Cancer risings, we have the same house structure. So Cassidy is a Cancer rising. Cassidy's second house is Leo. Cassidy's third house is Virgo. Cassidy's fourth house is Libra. And I know that because Cassidy is a Cancer rising. So everybody with the same rising sign has the same house structure if you're using whole sign houses. And the reason why it's very important to use whole sign houses, it's because it helps you to do prediction work. It's super difficult to do astrology predictions when you're not using whole sign houses. Yeah, sun sign is literally your least important sign. It really is. I'm a Pisces sun, but I'm not flaky or naive due to my... No, Zaya is like super clued on. Zaya is a Capricorn through and through. Zaya is Pisces sun, Capricorn rising, and I always forget her moon sign. I forget. But no, Zaya is a total Capricorn. I want to say she's like... I don't know why, but I want to say Leo. I feel like it's because loads of my beautiful female watchers are like, they have Leo somewhere in their chart, and you guys know I fucking love Leo women. Leo women are amazing. But I think Zaya's gonna shoot me because I always get her astrology wrong. Yeah, there we go. Scorpio moon. There we go. I always fuck her astrology up because I'm stupid. Yeah, Jasmine's got Leo rising. I knew that. Makes sense, yes, and it's the chart ruler, right? So the rising sign, is that what you're talking about? The rising sign is the chart ruler, yeah, because everything stems from the rising sign. So your ascendant is, if you're using whole sign houses, your ascendant is always going to be in your first house. Guys, when I'm talking astrology, just always assume I'm talking whole sign houses. Because if you use like tropical zodiac, sorry, not tropical, Placidus, I think it's Placidus, yeah, Placidus, which I used to use when I first started astrology. If you're using Placidus, it gets very complicated because your rising sign is supposed to be in your first house. But if you're not using whole sign houses and you're using Placidus, for example, or some sort of other house structure, your rising sign can be anywhere else. I think if I use Placidus, I think my rising sign is like in my I think my ascendant is in like my second house, I think, something like that. I think if I use Placidus, I'm a double Leo, I think. It's really odd. Yeah, there's so much to astrology, Moogle. There's so much to astrology. It's crazy. It's so much. But yeah. I'll go tune in on a webinar in a bit. So see you soon. Okay, see you later, Raccoon. Guys, I was actually thinking, you know, now that I'm not working anymore, I was actually thinking about setting up astrology lessons for anyone who, thank you so much for that, Google. Something that I've been wanting to do for a while is to teach astrology. As you guys know, I'm a teacher by trade. I'm not working right now. Technically I'm employed, but I'm unemployed basically. But I'm a teacher by trade, and something that I've been wanting to do is actually teach astrology. And I was actually wondering if you guys would be interested in me setting up like a new coffee tier for me to start teaching astrology to you guys if you're interested in learning astrology. But yeah, let me know what your thoughts are. I'm definitely open to doing that. Do you need a sixth sense? No. No. So astrology is very different from like tarot and being psychic. You do need a sense of intuition. But with astrology, it's basically memorizing facts. So it's basically like memorizing like what the planets mean, what the houses mean, what the signs mean, what the aspects mean, and then kind of like not predicting, but kind of like suggesting how those different aspects would kind of meld together to get a reading. Because I do naturally have these psychic gifts, I do use my psychic intuition when I'm doing astrology readings, but you do not have to be psychic or have any sort of sixth sense or intuition, whatever you want to call it, to read astrology. You do not need that, no. It's basically just remembering kind of like what everything means, and then suggesting what you think it means when certain things are put together. So, for example, if you've got someone with a Mercury-Mars conjunction, Mercury being the planet of communication, Mars being the planet of action, fiery, destruction, go get them, do things, you could say that someone's communication is quite aggressive. But then again, it would depend on a number of different factors: house, sign, aspects, sect of the chart. But with astrology, it's mainly just remembering things. So yeah, it's very difficult to talk about astrology without looking at someone's chart, because, you know, Mercury-Mars conjunction could mean literally so many things depending on what everything is happening around it. Yeah. Anyway, I should probably get on with Jasmine's reading. So yeah. So this is the Dark Mirror deck, Jasmine. I can't believe I've literally been like live for like an hour and I've spent like half hour talking about astrology, but there we go. Just a reminder, if you guys want me to read astrology for you, I could definitely do that for your reading. I don't mind. Just let me know. So Jasmine, I hope you're still with me, my love. Yeah, I love astrology. I always say, I've said this so many times, and you guys probably get annoyed with me saying this. Tarot is my bread and butter, but astrology is my passion. You know, when I'm streaming on the regular, people often come here for tarot, but astrology is what I love. I do love tarot, but I love astrology more. Have you seen this deck, Jasmine? The Dark Mirror deck? I'm not sure if I've done a reading for you with this deck before. Thank you for the follow. Hi Ark, how are you? Good to see you. Yeah, exclamation point join. You don't think so? So this is this is actually a shadow deck, Jasmine. It's very kind of like dark themed. Masquerade. I don't know why this is, I don't know, maybe I'm just like blind, but this looks like a guy to me, but for some reason it always reminds me of the Scarlet Witch. I don't know why. But yeah, this is like a shadow dark themed deck sort of thing, and it's absolutely beautiful. Do you have astrology themed art for when you do astrology? No, I don't. I just do astrology, I do astrology like this, but on where you guys see the tarot cards, I share my screen and I pull up your chart. Definitely get a birth chart reading if you can. It's crazy how much it actually ties. Yeah, so I've actually done 2 birth chart readings for Zaya. Zaya was actually my first astrology client, and then I did another reading for Zaya on a discount when I got much better. So I read twice for Zaya, and yeah. So I do astrology readings, guys. I do them on stream, but because if I do a full astrology reading, it can literally take me up to like 3 hours, because the difference between tarot and astrology is that there's a lot of back and forth between myself and the client. So it does take a lot because there's a lot of discussion involved, and there's just so much to talk about, honestly, as well. But yeah, so I can read your chart on stream, but I give like a little taster, and if you guys are interested in like a full reading, you can actually go to my coffee site and you can book me for a reading, and you can get a full astrology reading with me there. I actually did break the readings up, so I have like a 30-minute reading, an hour reading, and a 2-hour reading, and the more time you spend with me, the more discount you get. So yeah, check out my coffee if you're interested in booking me for a full astrology reading. Sorry, Beetle, what did you say? I think I missed something. Moon water required. Sorry, I think I missed something. The horns feel like Loki. I think it's just the red that gives me Scarlet Witch. Yeah, it does. It does. Cassidy, Jasmine's gonna be thinking that you talked about her cat, because Jasmine's cat is called Loki. Alright, Jasmine, so you got Masquerade. I'm going to talk about this card in just a minute. And you also got Fated to Suffer. Okay. I'm so glad that Matthew is not here, because Matthew would have got triggered if I pulled this card. No, I know, it was the other Loki. So you got Masquerade, my love, and you also got Fated to Suffer, which you can see it's kind of like a Snow White theme going on. So basically, what I'm seeing with these cards in terms of your tarot reading is, as I said, that there's a lot of things blocking you from fulfilling your potential, basically. With the Masquerade, it's a card which is reminding you to remember who you are. So you could honestly take this in kind of 2 different directions. The first direction you could take this is the fact that you've been walking around wearing a mask for such a long time and not being your true person, not being your true self. And the second way is that your spirit guides are telling you it's now time to take that mask off. It could even be something that just popped into my head. It could even be like a mask of people pleasing. It's time to drop that mask and stop people pleasing. That's just one example. I'm not saying that that's going to resonate with you. But it's just an example. It could be a mask of people pleasing. It's now time to take that off and do what is best for you and be more authentically you. But yeah, this card is very much about authenticity, and it's getting you to question how authentic you are. And normally when you're asked to question your authenticity, there's quite a negative connotation there. But it's not a negative thing, because the way I see this card, especially because this whole deck is very much like a shadow work deck, it's basically like giving you a little kick up the arse, saying like, come on Jasmine, what the fuck are you doing? Like, get back to being you. get back to you being a badass bitch. Stop being a people pleaser, or stop being a pussy bitch, or whatever. Yeah, exactly. I love that little emote, Winter. That's amazing. And then the fated to suffer is, it's very much a choice, Jasmine. It's very much giving you a choice. Are you willing to stay behind this mask, or are you daring, and are you willing to take that mask off, throw it on the floor and stamp on it and walk away from it? It's very much asking, what are you going to do? Are you choosing to stay behind this mask, fated to suffer, or are you choosing to take charge of your own life and move forward? The mask is coming off. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. Ooh. Seriously, Jasmine, I have not worked now probably for about 2 months. I think it's been about 8 weeks, and honestly, quitting work was the best thing I ever did. It seriously was the best thing I ever did. For those of you who may have missed, or you guys are new here, also I just want to give a shout out to all of you new folks. Thank you for joining me tonight. I really appreciate it. I'm still technically employed, but I quit my job 2 months ago. I'm on long-term sick leave because I had a really bad mental health kind of episode thing. I've suffered with depression a long time, and I just couldn't do it anymore, so I got signed off work. And honestly, stepping away from work was the best thing that I ever did. And I'm not just talking about just me on this level. I'm talking about stepping away from the I'm gonna call it the matrix, which might be a real kind of like hippy dippy term, but what I mean by that is kind of like the expectation of the daily grind that we're expected to do as human beings. We're expected to, when we're born, we're expected to go to school, we're expected to learn, we're expected to be law-abiding citizens, we're expected to go get a job, we're expected to work like 8-9 hours a day, we're supposed to work 40 hours a week, we're supposed to bring home a paycheck every month, we're supposed to support our families, we're supposed to do this, we're supposed to do that. Everything that we are being told to do in society, that's what I refer to as the matrix. And since I chose to step away from that, I have never been happier, even though I have struggled very much so recently with my mental health. Even during that time, I can see now that stepping away from that like 9 to 5, which is a joke because it wasn't even 9 to 5, but I'm just gonna say 9 to 5, stepping away from that 9 to 5 job was the best thing I ever did. Of course, it's not for everybody, and being able to step away from something like that is definitely a privilege. But if you guys can, I always recommend you do. If you're someone who's interested in starting their own business, I say to you, what are you waiting for? You need to start your own business. No worries, we enjoy the cats. I wish I had a cat. Speaking of that, I wish I had the gods. Jasmine, I hope you enjoyed your reading, my love. I really want a cat, you guys. You can still step away from the 9 to 5, Jasmine. I've been doing a lot of reflection recently, and it was very difficult for me to see while I was actually working. This is actually me getting like really, really personal now about kind of like occupation and stuff. Not that I mind sharing, I don't mind sharing. But while I was actually working, it was very hard for me to see that I actually really enjoyed being a teacher. But now that I have taken some time away, I do really still like teaching. I'm just not a fan of being kind of like part of the system, if that makes sense. Being a teacher within like a modern education system is not for me. I don't agree with the education system on a whole. I don't agree with the type of people they are making within the education system. I don't agree with the way they are treating children. I don't agree with the adults that they are trying to make these children into. I don't know if you guys can relate to what I'm saying. I really don't know. Like, I know you guys, but I don't know who I'm talking to in terms of like what you guys think, or like if you're in school or you're in education or whatever. I don't know. But I actually really don't like watching children in a classroom. I think it's extremely militant. And I actually would go as far to say, as I think the modern education system is a form of abuse. Because the modern education system encourages all children, I'm not even going to say the word encourage, I'm going to say it forces all children to be the same. There is no individuality, there is no accommodating. You're perfectly right there, Zaya. And, you know, it's for someone who is, you know, for someone who has their eyes open to what is actually happening in this world, let alone someone who is a tarot reader, a psychic, someone who's spiritual, someone who's an astrologer, it literally felt like my soul was being sucked out of my body when I was in that job, because I couldn't stand the pain of what those children were going through. And also, talking from the point of view as an astrologer, I can see it's very difficult to talk about like personality because it's very, very deep and very complex. But as an astrologer, I can get a snippet of someone's personality in the form of the birth chart. And when I read someone's birth chart, I can literally see that every single person on this planet is completely different. And the fact that the education system forces every person to be the same, I literally can't do it. And even as a teacher, I literally can't uphold certain rules because I can't enforce certain rules to my children. Like, for example, I'm just going to use this as an example, like no talking in the classroom when I'm teaching, for example. I'll use that example. I can't uphold that rule because I don't believe in it in my soul. So I can't uphold that rule. That was just an example. I do believe in the fact that students shouldn't talk when teachers are teaching and talking and explaining. This is just me being a teacher now. There is definitely a place in the classroom for communication. Obviously, it's a communication or occupation, but also peer work. There's a place for that. I've met some head teachers which have said completely no to peer-on-peer work or peer-on-peer communication, and that I think that's disgusting. But yeah, there's just certain rules which I just can't uphold in the classroom because I think it's ridiculous. And I just can't go there. Sorry, that was just me going on like a little teacher rant there. Yeah, exactly, Moogle, exactly. So I do think it's a good idea for students to specialize earlier on. And I know from the perspective of a student that's very daunting because it's difficult to know what you want to do at an early age. But I think it does give the students the chance to experiment, which is so important. And something that they don't have the opportunity to do that in the classroom on a day-to-day basis. It gives these students an opportunity to experiment, which is super important. And also to find out what they like and what they don't like. However, even if that was the case, the way that things are structured still would encourage children to not be individuals. And And something which I actually discovered as a teacher is that I've had many of conversations with young people. Let's say, for example, Jasmine is in my class. Let's imagine that Jasmine is I teach middle schoolers. We don't use that term in England, but middle schoolers are like 11 to 15, 16. I don't know. But yeah, I teach 11 to 18 actually, but I'm just saying middle school, for that's the majority that I teach. Let's just say Jasmine is she's a 13-year-old girl, okay? Jasmine is in my class and I pulled her back after my class because she's misbehaving, okay? Jasmine says to me, "I don't like your subject, sir." This conversation I've had with numerous students so many times. I've had students say to me, the reason why I don't like behaving in your class is because I don't like the subjects. For some reason, young people are taught that they're not allowed to not like things. As soon as a student says to me, "I don't like your subject," my first response is, "That's okay. You don't have to like everything you do in life. It's totally fine." And the response that I get with every single student I've used that response with is absolutely shocking. Because when I tell my students that I don't care, that they don't like my subject, and I'm not saying it in like an arrogant way, like, "I don't care, you're still going to do it." When I say that I don't care, they don't like it, it's totally okay, they don't like my subject, they're literally gobsmacked. Because they are taught and brainwashed, because it's important that we need to use that word, they're forced into needing to like everything. They're not allowed to create their own likes and dislikes about things. So when I have that conversation, my students are so gobsmacked that I don't care, they don't like my subject, and that I am totally fine with them not liking my subject. And those conversations have actually been some of the most powerful conversations that I've ever had with students, because every single time I have that conversation with a student, the next time I see that student, they are so much more well behaved in my class, because they understand that I am not a stereotypical teacher who is gonna like shout at you for like, you know, not liking the subject or whatever. Using maths as an example, I'm not gonna shout at you if you don't like algebra. Like, what the fuck? That's so ridiculous. That's just an example, but you know what I mean. It's just so important to allow children to experiment and allow them to form their own opinions, which is, oh god, that's another can of worms. That students are not allowed to have their own opinions, and it's ridiculous. And I can't support that in my classroom. I can't support a structure that does not allow people to be individuals. It's repression. It's literally repression. So yeah. Yeah, exactly, Zaya. I'm not surprised. Yeah. It's so funny to me because, like, we probably all thought this when we were students as well. And I know that students still think it to this day. Students think that teachers are not human, and they're right. Students are spot on. Teachers are not human, or I should say, most teachers are not human. As someone who, like, knows what's important in this world, which is subjective because what I see as important does come from my spiritual background. You know, a child not getting a particular grade is probably devastating for one teacher, but if that happens, okay, cool. Like, it's literally not the end of the world. And I literally say to my students, if you don't get the grade you want, that's fine. It's fine. It's not the end of the world. I'm so sorry, you guys, by the way, that this stream has kind of like gone on a tangent. Welcome to me, this always happens. But schools are such a pressure cooker. Students they're so pressured into feeling like they need to achieve and gain some sort of marking on a paper to be successful. And they also think that high school or middle school is literally the rest of their life, and it's not. It's not. School is literally not the rest of your life. I'd like to think that I didn't think that way when I was in school. I'm pretty sure I didn't. But it's hard to say in hindsight. But students truly believe that school is what the rest of their life is going to be. And it really isn't. They really think that a grade on a paper is going to define them. It really is not. And it's so ridiculous as well, because as soon as they leave middle school and I'm just going to talk in what we have in England. As soon as they get their GCSE results, which is the exams you do when you're 16 years old, when you move on to college, which I think is like it's 16 to 18, which I think is high school for you guys in America. As soon as you get your A-levels from college, your GCSEs are literally obsolete. No one gives a fuck about your GCSEs. As soon as you get a better education, no one cares about your last education. Okay, I have GCSEs, I have A-levels, I have BTECs, I have an undergraduate degree, I have a master's degree. No one gives a fuck about my GCSEs because I have a graduate degree. Because I have a master's degree, no one gives a shit about what I got in my A-levels. No one cares because I have something better now. And no one tells that to middle school students, and they think the grades are the rest of their life. So yeah, it's ridiculous. And I can't get behind that. Towards the end of my time as a teacher, I literally was telling students not to care about what grade they got, because I think that's the attitude they need to have. Thank you, Moogle. I really appreciate that. I do have Mercury, just to bring it back to astrology, I do have Mercury in Taurus in the 11th house, which is literally public speaking. Exactly, Jasmine. Yeah, you're exactly right. Yeah. I've also seen just going off the point when you said there, Jasmine, I've seen some really disgusting things in schools as well. Is that schools will, so for example, if you have a student sitting their GCSEs and the school knows that they're not going to pass, so you have to get a 4 nowadays. There's no letters anymore, it's numbers. It's 1 to 9 in England, and a 4 is a pass. A 4 is like a C before they changed it. If the school thinks that the student is not gonna pass, the school will not let the student sit the GCSE exams just so their results are not shit. So for example, one of my classes that I had this year, there was a student that was withdrawn, so they weren't going to sit their exams, and if they had sat their exams, we wouldn't have got 100% pass. So this was not my decision. I was not in charge of making decisions like these, but decisions were made to withdraw that student from getting a qualification, just to keep the school results at 100% pass rate. So yeah, Jasmine, you know exactly what you're talking about. Yeah, I know exactly what you're talking about, Beetle. When I was in school, I was actually a really good kid. In my entire life, I've never received detention, which is probably very surprising, from what you guys can see now, because I'm quite rebellious. But I have never ever received a detention in my entire life. Where was I going with that? I lost my train of thought, sorry. Let me just read your comment again. Yeah, I don't know where I was going with that. Sorry, I lost my train of thought. What was I going to say? Oh, that's what I was going to say. So when I was in school, I was like, I never received a detention ever. However, if I had to go back and do school now, I think I would have been kicked out of school because I can't follow the rules. I can't follow the rules. Like if you ask me to follow a stupid rule, I can't. I can't follow the rules. It's ridiculous. I would not be able to do school nowadays. I would not be able to do school nowadays. And for those of you who are like my age or similar ages to me, like Jasmine, I'm looking at you. I don't know about anyone else. Hi, Kevin. Schools are very different from what they were when we were in school. There are so many rules now. It's stupid. I couldn't follow the rules. I couldn't even follow the rules as a bloody teacher, let alone a student. Jesus Christ. Yeah, drop that major, Moogle. That's what I'm saying. They were like, do IT or do beauty. Oh my god. Jasmine, I'm not even going to get into that because that is a total nother discussion regarding schools. Careers advice when it comes to schools is non-existent. There is no career advice. Need to pick between economics or medical. Can't afford both anymore. What kind of major is this, Moogle? Is this a university major? I'm not familiar with the lingo. We don't say that in England. I think major is an American thing. I think it's university. Or maybe it's high school, like college. I'm not too sure. Because in uni in the UK, you only study one thing. You don't drop anything. In college, you choose 4. When I was in my first year of college, I had 4 subjects, and then when I moved into the second year of college, I dropped 1. Oh, so it is university? You're double majoring? Oh my god. Jesus. I don't know. I don't think I can help you with that decision, Moogle. It honestly depends on, like... Well, first of all, you should ask yourself, is there something that you want to do later in life? And then go from there. For me, I would probably say drop medical, but that's just because I'm really not a sciencey person. Economics sounds fun though, but I don't think it is because it's like finances and stuff. That's like what Jasmine does. Jasmine does finances. She's a finance girl. They both sound horrid, even though you do finances, Jasmine. The beauty. I love that Jasmine is like... How do I say this without like potentially offending Jasmine? I know she won't get offended with me. I don't know how to say this. Okay, I know how to say this. Jasmine is like a pure like hermit. She's a hermit. Like you can just imagine Jasmine. I was gonna say a troll Jasmine, but I didn't want to offend you. Jasmine is like I can imagine Jasmine like just sitting around in her house all day in her pajamas with like matted, unbrushed hair and like not showered in like 2 days. But she's literally the most stunning, gorgeous woman that I know. I hit the nail on the head, troll. Economics, I'm leaning towards paralegal. Medical, I'm leaning towards surgical tech. They're both completely opposite skills. I don't know, Moogle. I don't think I have... I'm definitely not in the position to answer that question for you, and I definitely do not have the knowledge to answer that question. I would probably suggest, Moogle, because you are in university, you should have access to support with things like this. I would probably seek out some sort of career advisor. I know that when I was in university, we had like a whole like careers like place on campus. And like you could like book appointments with like people to talk about careers. Granted, surprise, surprise, they weren't that helpful. But you might want to go there. Right, Zaya? Whatever. Oh my god, you guys. This is wild. The stream just literally just like went off on something else, but I hope you guys enjoyed. So yeah, I am going to leave it here tonight, guys. I've been live for an hour and a half, and I love that I've done like one reading. This is how my stream goes, so welcome. My name is Heather. Sometimes I do tons of readings, sometimes I do one and then get distracted. There we go. Surgical sounds more fun, but economics sounds more practical. Yeah, it does. Paralegal sounds boring as fuck. But yeah. Anyway, you guys, thank you so much for welcoming me. Hey, Swede. I'm just here to watch for a while. I'm a Kabbalist when it comes to tarot. I don't know what that means. But yeah, guys, it was so nice to see everybody back again. As I said, this was like my first stream back after a month. So thank you so much for hanging out with me. I really appreciate it. Just a reminder, guys, if you are interested, I'm so glad I'm here as well, Zaya. And I'm glad you guys are here as well. It's so lovely to talk to you guys again. Just a reminder, guys, if you are interested, do please check out my coffee if you do want to support me. As I said, I'm not working anymore, so the money that I earn through what I do here is basically paying my bills. So if you do want to help out at all, if you can, please do check out my coffee. I have my private readings on my coffee as well, so if you want to book me for a private reading, whether that be tarot or astrology, please do hit me up on there. And also please hit me up on Discord if you're interested in my crystals as well. If you want to purchase some crystals from me, excuse me, hit me up on Discord and we can sort all that out as well. But guys, thank you so much for being here. I really appreciate it. It was so lovely to speak to you all. I hope you all have a blessed night or day wherever you are, and I will see you guys hopefully tomorrow. Bye, you guys. Mwah.